Okay, guys, welcome. Here, I'm about to tell you an absolutely amazing story of one guy, one king. There's a lot about Maya to learn, study. I'm sure you have other sources to read that. But I'm going to tell you one amazing story of one amazing guy. That's his wife. The story is predominantly about her and what happens between them, how a dynasty, how a Game of Thrones was actually played here. So, I'm in Copan, which is in Honduras, and this is COVID times, and as you can see, it is completely empty. Today's story is about this guy. His name is Yaksh Kukmu. Yaksh Kukmu, yeah? He was the founder of the dynasty which ruled Copan. He was, here is his sculpture. This guy is Yaksh Kukmu. There are 16 kings all around this stone, and this one is the last one. So as you can see, it goes all around. There's a lot of, there's 4 here, 4 on the other side, 4 there, and 4 here. So 16 kings, and that's where it ends. It starts here, goes all around, and it ends here. This is the last guy who actually built this thing. And the dynasty, it starts over here. Okay, so Yaksh Kukmu was born in Belize. This is his monument, and his body was found inside this door. His body was very well preserved. It had a lot of jade and a lot of different artifacts with it, which described, and his body was really well preserved. And that's where they got all of the information about him, who he was and how his life was led and stuff. Okay, so this is his tomb. His body was actually found inside that. At the age of 30, he goes to Tikal, where he was, given the status of a king. That he was told, okay, now you're a king, you have this dynasty, you have this power. Now go and Teokan, go and live there. He moved there, which was quite a long journey, 152 days he walked and got there. Found it to be not that interesting. So being a ruler, he had a free spirit. He was the kind of doer, okay? And how this place was run is it was run by councils. There was 9 councils, and people used to sit and make decisions, and it used to work very well. He came here, took over this place. As you can see in this thing, there's a little knife kind of thing. That's his. It was this sculpture which is not very clear now. So comes here, takes over, tries to take over this place. This place was run by council and other people. Very clever guy. Instead of, taking over by force, by army and all of that, he doesn't do that. He's more clever than that. So he comes to Copan dressed as a commoner. He doesn't come as a king or anything, dressed as a commoner, looking for a reason or a weakness in Copan, how he can actually influence and get this place without killing people. He wasn't about killing people. He wanted to take over this place, still be the king, and find a way in. What does he see? He finds out that the person in charge, the head of the council, has a daughter. That's where it gets interesting. So, he knows there's a girl. What does he do? He finds out where she hangs out. Okay? He goes there, tries to impress the girl. Being a commoner, she doesn't really want to talk to him too much. But then again, he impresses her with his knowledge. With his knowledge of underworld. Like this guy, holding the underworld. That was the idea. You can see the face, yeah, and there's no teeth. He's really old. It represents the age. So he's holding holding the stones of the underworld. He talks about that. He talks about the tree behind me, which is 300 years old. Maya used to believe the tree of life. He talks about the tree of life. He impresses her with the knowledge. Once it is done, she's about to be the princess. So he gets married to her. They fall in love. he becomes the ruler. Now, it's very important you remember that this ruler is what he is starting here is 450 years of history, 16 rulers altogether. So quite a long time. So the uncle of the girl was not impressed. He did not like the idea that he came over and took the dynasty from her. So what did he do? He invites them for a birthday party. They celebrate, they arrange a big birthday party for the king of the kingdom to come, and he invites them, all the VIP stuff. He turns up over there. They ambush him and they kill him. 3 days they torture him and they kill him. Unfortunately, his kingdom did not take that very well and they wanted revenge. His wife was not impressed by the uncle, and she goes on, raises her son. She becomes the queen. She raises her son, and son takes over the throne, and then he takes the revenge, and the Game of Thrones goes on. And the good thing I want to tell you is that the Game of Thrones actually took his inspiration from this story. During his dynasty, he created this staircase. This is the staircase with the longest scriptures, ancient scriptures written in continuous line anywhere in the world. You see, so what did this guy actually do? What do we learn from his story? One, he chooses not to use weapon. He used love to conquer. Then he built all of these amazing places around me. And then he built all of these sculptures. So, I absolutely love abandoned places, and I've been to Tikal, I've been to Chichen Itza, the other one near Mexico. And Tikal is like the grand scale thing, it's huge, it's big monuments and big these sculptures. No sculptures, sorry, I mean the big temples. And then you have, you go to Chichen Itza, which is about his beauty and how beautiful they actually put the night show and everything else. And then you come here, it's about the sculptures, the beauty of it. Look at the attention to detail this guy actually brought over here to the culture. And, he didn't just see himself as the king. He gave himself, what I really liked about this guy was that he gave himself 4 different names. I said, so he considered himself a warrior, a king, a priest, and a farmer. I like the 4th one. He actually put himself with the commoner, and that's it. That was his story. And I when I actually did research and actually come to tell you about this story, I absolutely loved everything about this guy. And so I thought he is definitely one of those guys people don't talk about. You can come to Copan, you can explore all of it if you are interested in his dynasty. But he was the one who started this whole thing. If it wasn't for him, this place wouldn't be here. And it all started with love. Says a lot about a man. See, the La Ceiba tree you just saw earlier, it's really cool. It's quite interesting actually how they used to say. They used to call it a tree of life. And they used to say that the top part represents the nightlife, the middle part represents our daily routine, and the roots represents the underworld, where we go after the death. The Mayans were really interested in the underworld, where the sacrification was done. And as you can see, the bowl games, whoever used to win, the winner used to be sacrificed, because the best for the best. That's how they used to think. So this is where I would like to end. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe so you can actually get alerts to my new videos which is going to come. This is the end of me in Honduras, and I'm gonna go to Nicaragua, and next video shall come from there. Thank you.